Hello everyone, it's Godzilla154 here, coming at you with a brand new video. In this video, I'll be going over my custom figure, Playmates Mechagodzilla 2021. I painted Mechagodzilla in a dark gunmetal color, with red accents throughout the entire body. In terms of paint, starting at the head, Mechagodzilla's eyes have been painted a nice red, along with accents on the back of the head, on the neck, in between the grooves in the front of the neck. The dorsal spines are a nice silver color with red accents at the very tip. The arms have red highlighting throughout. The chest has red in between all the little crevices and grooves. The same for the underside of the stomach and the side of the ribs. The hands have red in between every little groove and gold accents on the sides. There is red within all little grooves on the legs. Anywhere that I would see glowing, I painted in. On the back of the feet, there is some red. On the tail, the dorsal spines have red at the tip, some red on the bottom of the tail, and very tip. In terms of overall paint scheme, I think I matched the movie pretty well. Now for what is arguably the most interesting part of my custom, the added articulation. All of the original articulation this figure had has been retained, however I've added quite a bit more. There is now a ball joint at the base of the head, which allows it to look up, down, side to side. At the base of the neck, which allows it to look up a little bit, down a decent amount, and side to side. The elbows now sport a ball joint, having the ability to straighten out, bend back, bend forward, and pivot side to side. The wrists are also now on ball joints, allowing them to pivot up, down, side to side, and rotate. The ankles are now on ball joints, which now allows them to pivot a great degree. It also allows for some forward and back movement, which adds extra adjustability for different poses. And now for what is probably the best part of this custom, the fully articulated tail. I took the effort to painstakingly add a ball joint to every single segment of the Mechagodzilla's tail, all the way down to the tip. It allows for some great posability. The tail can now move in all sorts of directions. However, there are a couple segments that are kind of loose. But that's just the nature of ball joints, and they pop back on perfectly fine. The tail is able to hold a wide variety of these poses. For some poses, the tail can be weighed down by the weight. However, as long as I pose it strategically, I'm able to get it in basically whatever pose I want. Here's an example of a cool pose all this new articulation allows this figure to get into. As far as sizing goes, I made sure my Mechagodzilla would fit in perfectly with my collection. The original figure stands slightly shorter, however with the new articulation I added, mine can stand taller than it ever has before. Here's my custom Mechagodzilla with the Playmates Godzilla and Kong. Here he is with the Playmates Skullcrawler and the NECA Godzilla 2014. Here he is with the NECA Godzilla 1962 and the NECA King Kong. Here he is with a couple other custom figures, my NECA Godzilla 1975 and my NECA Godzilla 2000. And finally, here's my custom Mechagodzilla with my custom NECA Godzilla 2021. I think they scale pretty well together. Mechagodzilla was slightly taller than Godzilla in the movie anyways, so this works out. The size sort of changes from shot to shot, so I think this scaling works out pretty well. Overall, I'm quite happy with how this guy ended up turning out. I was originally skeptical on whether or not I would even be able to do this when I got the Mechagodzilla figure in hand, but finally being able to pull it off really does make me happy. I was able to get so much more out of it than I thought I would. There are some spots that I would like to improve now that the movie is officially out and I can look at more reference images. Mainly the brightness of the paint, sort of where the red spots are, and maybe fix the articulation a little bit more. Maybe make some things not pop off as easily as they do. Or maybe add a couple more joints in some areas. I could attempt to make the claws move, but I'm not exactly sure how that would even come out. Overall, I'm very happy with this figure. I think it came out pretty well. It looks just about like the movie, and it can move just enough to recreate some of the iconic poses from the movie. I don't really think I need a monster art to this design now, as this figure is sort of serving as my definitive Mechagodzilla 2021 in my collection right now. What do you guys think of my custom? Tell me in the comments down below. And while you're at it, what do you think of this new video style? Toho's been copywriting a lot more Godzilla music now, and I can't really keep up that old style without getting my channel eventually taken down. So I'm branching out with something new. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below, and give me some pointers on how I can improve these videos. Well, anyways, thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla to Mechagodzilla.